I am the Gordon Cosby Season Fellow that, for the season for the Spirit House Project, and as such I've been involved in this work. And I just want to ask you to do something very briefly. I want you to all close your eyes. And I want you, in your mind's eye, to see your son or your grandson or your nephew. I want you to see him. And I say him because most of the deaths that we're covering have been male. And I say it because I have a son. But see that young man, or maybe a little boy, in your mind's eye. Listen in your mind's ear how he laughs. See his eyes, and see his face. And now think about what you would feel if somebody came to your door and told you that your son or your nephew or your grandson had been shot down. Go to that place that you would go to as a parent or a grandparent or an aunt or uncle or sister or brother. Go to that place where you would wonder, well, what in the world? And then go to that place where you would be absolutely astounded if you heard something like, he looked suspicious to me. What does that make you feel? What would you want to happen? Would you want to shake your son or your grandson up and tell him, wake up, tell me what happened? What would you want to happen? Okay. I'm only asking you to open your eyes. I'm only asking you to do that because it's something that I've done. As we have worked, as I have worked with the Spirit House Project, what I have been doing is talking to mothers, primarily mothers, but family members as well of these young people who have been killed. And you know what? I can't get past their faces. I can't get past them. I can't get past the pain that I see in their faces. I keep asking myself, what would I do if my son, Charlie, what would I have done if he had been out just being a kid? Everybody knows kids are crazy, yes? All of us, do we all go through the crazy phase? Do you have kids right now who are going through the crazy phase and making you crazy? Don't you remember how it was when you were a kid and you knew everything? You didn't know anything, but you knew everything. You challenged everything that everybody said. And I wondered, every time I looked at one of these mothers' faces, I thought, what would I do? And then what would I do if our justice system would not convict the person who killed my child? I'm telling you what, I can hardly handle it. I can't handle it. And this isn't a black-white thing. This is a mama thing at this point. This is a Hispanic, black, Asian mama thing. How many of you know what I'm talking about? We are like barracudas when it comes to our children, are we not? Oh my goodness. Now I might talk about you bad, but you better not talk about my son bad, amen? I know my son. I know what to say, I know, but you better not. We are like barracudas. We will go to the wall for them. And what I'm seeing in these parents is them going to the wall over and over and over again, and nobody listening, nobody taking their pain seriously. And that's why we're doing this work. That's why my involvement is there, because I need to feel like we, all of us, who knows what it's like to love a child, to love a family member, I need to know that we love God enough that we will come out of our spaces of complacency and silence and do what we need to do in order to make a complacent and maybe lazy and maybe, I don't know, arrogant judicial system listen to us. Amen. It might not be your child today, but it might be your child tomorrow. Mm-hmm. My son is 25. I still shake in my boots for him. He lives in New York. I shake August, every time there would be a report on television about some kid or some person who had gotten shot, I would hold my breath. You know what I'm talking about. I would hold my breath and I would pray, God, please don't let that be my son. We are doing this work because there are moms and dads and uncles and aunts, brothers and sisters who are crying. They are at the wall and nobody is listening to them. And I believe that if we, the people of God, can't make anybody listen, then who can? Mm-hmm. Who can? Amen. So that's why I'm here. And I am honored to be part of this. And I, like Ruby, want you to help us. Just help us. Help us. Help us. Give these parents a voice. The kids who are gone, but God bless America. The injustice that is being sanctioned by the state ought not be allowed to continue. Thank you for this few moments.